talking about the different ways that the government can watch you, in other words, and things like that. And I would like to read this quote right here. I think it stands out to me. I think it applies to right now, and I think it has applied for a while now. And that is, if people really cared about their fellow man, they would control their appetites, greed, and procrastination, so they would not have to operate on a credit or welfare social system which steals from the worker to satisfy the bum. Like I mentioned in my other video, the bum, in other words, that's on the social welfare program, can be useful because they become state property and they get a gift from the elite, which would be money for food, money for housing, and in return, essentially, the elite have an army of welfare people, the bums, and they don't even realize it. And it also helps, the government with printing money and doing inflation like they're doing right now, where they're, printing the checks out to everyone and sending them. That's inflation. And always remember that the only and real cause of inflation is bad. It is very bad and negative, and it essentially just strays the wolf from the door for a little bit. What I wanted to talk about is that economic engineers, they can study the behavior of the economy by carefully selecting an item like, coffee or sugar or beef or gas, and then, making the price go up, making the product, less available, kind of like toilet paper, how everybody went crazy and just kind of bought toilet paper. And that causes shockwaves and brings everybody's budget out of whack and out of shape, and that's how they essentially can keep track of everything because of, scanning the UPC codes and stuff. The main thing I would like to talk about, I'm just kind of going over what I talked about in the last video just now, is a list of inputs and economic amplifiers that also have inputs. An economic amplifier may have several inputs and outputs. Its response might be instantaneous or delayed, so it can happen either right now or it will happen down the road, who knows when. Therefore, economic amplifiers not only deliver power gain, but also in effect are used to cause changes in the economic circuitry. Well, how do they do that? They have 5 different ways that it explains that an economic amplifier works. That is the available input signals, the desired output objectives, the strategic objective, and the available economic power sources, and the logical options. When you define these factors and incorporate them into the economic amplifier, it creates an economic system that has been popularly, I can't say that word, called the game theory. So look up the game theory. It probably explains it much better than I do. I'm kind of skipping through all this because it's much harder to explain than I thought. When you read it, it actually makes sense, but when you try to explain it to someone else, it's much harder. What I was going to say, though, is that what are the short list of inputs? You have to ask yourself 5 questions. Those questions are what, when, where, how, who, and why. And the government asks themselves these questions, and they get info on the public by essentially having surveillance everywhere. Some general sources of information include telephone taps, surveillance, analysis of garbage. I thought that one was really weird. Like, is there people going through our garbage at night when we don't realize it? That makes me wonder. Behavior of children in school. You know, your behavior of the children in school constantly gets tracked. They have to take little TCAP tests and all kinds of other stuff. Have to go to the doctor, and their information is stored there. Your standard of living would be food, clothing, shelter, and transportation. They keep track of your buying habits through, the UPC code and you going to the store, and when you buy a new car. They have all that information on top of the telephone tabs, surveillance, and the garbage analysis, and the school children. And they also have a category called social contacts. This includes family, that is marriage certificates, birth certificates, any type of certificate, death certificate, telephone calls, the itemized record of calls. I don't know if it's ever happened to you, but I know it's happened to me that I've tried calling somebody and they can't hear you when they answer, and then you hear a third person in the background. That has happened to me before, but they say stuff, but they can't hear you either. It's because you're somehow on the third line and the tapper messed up, I guess, and you're in the tapper's position in that moment. But that's crazy, and it happens. And I wonder about Siri and all those things sometimes, because sometimes you hear a little like noise when you're asking her questions, and it's almost like, hey, are you listening, Siri? Kind of strange. Friends, associates, you don't know, what they know about you, what they would say about you. You honestly really don't know. Memberships in organizations like churches or, like a Boys and Girls Club, all those kinds of organizations. Sports, would also, I'd say, fall under that. Political affiliations. Every time you vote, they have some type of information about you. Just any type of government thing. And here, there's also a category called the personal paper trail. Everyone has a paper trail. If you think you are not being watched by the government, or if you think you're only being watched through phones or cameras, that's not true. They already have all kinds of information on you, even if you don't have a phone, because you probably filled out taxes or sent something in the mail. It's like legitly crazy. I bet everyone has a number somewhere. Personal buying habits include checking accounts, credit card purchases, tagged credit card purchases like UPC codes, assets, real estate, saving accounts, automotive, stock market, business, anything like that. They can get your information there also and ask you all kinds of questions. Liabilities, that includes creditors, loans, enemies, consumer credit. There's the government sources, which includes welfare, Social Security, USDA surplus food, goals, grants, like school grants, and subsidized. The ploy of this, in other words, from the government sources at least, is that the citizen will most always make the collection of information easy if he can operate on the free sandwich principle of eat now, pay later. Everyone has to eat, and they take that to their advantage, and that is very bad. I would encourage everyone to get as many seeds and edible seeds as possible, so in case the economy were to ever collapse, like is going around right now, you have food, and write down in a little book how to, purify water sources and stuff, through coals and dirt, rocks, all that stuff. I would write that all down in a little book, because you honestly never know. Government sources, I thought this was kind of interesting, was the IRS. Clearly, you send all your information in, where you work, who lives in your house, to the IRS to get your taxes. Everybody wants their taxes, more money. eat now, pay later. That's what I hear right there. OSHA. So if you're in an industry or a company, you probably have OSHA regulating you, and they're probably also keeping track of your information. The census, which is clearly going on right now when everyone is stuck in their house. Oh, the irony. It's because they want to make sure that they have all the information on everyone so they can go on to their next step. That's why they're making sure everyone is in their house and the census is going on at the same time. Other government sources is surveillance of U.S. mail. I personally am from Germany. I moved here when I was 10, and throughout the years we have received a lot of packages in the mail, from people in Germany here in America, and it sucks because a lot of times those packages either A, never arrived, and the people in Germany would be like, well, did that package never arrive? And no, it didn't, or it would be open and someone went through it and took some items out. It's not good at all. I actually hate that it's like that. Some other things are habit patterns, which is programming, and that includes your strengths and weaknesses. That is activities such as sports, hobbies, they have art classes and stuff, and different sport teams that you have to sign up for, little events that you can go to, little art festivals and stuff. Legal, that includes, it keeps track of your emotions like fear, anger, what is your reaction in general everyday life, which creates a crime record. It's your crime record, in other words. How violent you are. Hospital records, which I bet the hospital records are going crazy right now with all the people there. And essentially seeing a psychologist. Records, which also include fears, angers, disgust, how you adapt, reactions to stimuli, violence, hypnosis, pain, pleasure, love, if you've ever been sent off somewhere, if you've been a child, if you've been in the social system since you've been a child, all that information, they're keeping track of you. They keep track of the consumption of alcohol, drugs, entertainment, religious factors influencing behavior, and other methods of escaping reality, like cigarettes, I'm assuming. They can keep track, how many people buy it, how do people feel about it if we were to get rid of it or change the age. Kind of like marijuana. That'd be a good one. Making marijuana legal from the government's perspective so they can keep track how many people buy it and smoke it and alter their minds and escape from reality. There's payment options, like paying your telephone bill, your water, your house payments, automotive, credit card bills, having a good credit. They ask you to thrive for that. Political beliefs, they keep track of that. Court records, police records, driving records, reports made to the police, insurance information, businesses, they keep track of sales, processing commodities, investments in stock, production of tools and machinery, banks, and miscellaneous sources include polls, surveys, telephone records, energy and utility purchases. I'm assuming that includes, the solar panels and things like that, and publications. This is all really bad. This is all different ways that they can keep track of you, and even if you don't have a phone or any cameras or think that you're not being watched, they probably have some type of record of you through one of these items that I just listed. Essentially, the short list of outputs, create controlled situations, they manipulate the economy and society, control of compensation and income. They control you essentially with income. Everybody's always worried about making more money, but if we all just came together, we could change it. And I want everybody to tell me, what would be a perfect society for you? What type of rules would you want in your society if you could change the society? Because in order to change it and to go against what they're trying to do, this bad agenda, somebody has to come up with an alternative plan that is essentially foolproof. And I want to come up with this plan, but everybody that's living in this world needs to put in their input, so I know what everyone likes, so it can all be good. And these short lists of outputs, they allocate opportunities, they destroy opportunities, they control the economic environment, they control capital, bank rates, inflation, currency, possession of property. And the currency thing, I really hope that they don't get rid of regular money. I don't want them to get rid of regular money. I love paper money. I don't think everything should be online. They're probably going to use the coronavirus as a excuse to not, have paper money anymore because they're saying, oh, it has germs on it or something. I bet that's going to happen. They control surveillance, storage, they control health options, strengths, weaknesses, all kinds of things. They essentially control everything without you even realizing it. You think you have free will, and in a way you do have free will, but ultimately somebody is going to manipulate that free will and change a law so you cannot fully use that free will anymore, and that essentially takes free will away from you. Do not be fooled. The reason they do this, their strategies, are to keep the public ignorant. It can maintain control, attack the family unit, which is definitely, I feel like, happening right now. They're trying to destroy families and restaurants. Just like that David Icke person said yesterday, they want to take control of the food, and by that they're destroying all these restaurants. And I think he wasn't lying about that, because this is affecting a lot of people. Attack of privacy, social conformity, which I feel like is happening. Nobody is questioning the government. Everyone is just going along with it. One person is saying, oh, hey, do this, do that, and everyone, 6 billion people, believe it and just go along with it. But why? How do you know it's the truth? Do you have an ultimate proof in front of you that all this is true? I don't think you do. And if you do, please show everyone. It establishes boundaries, it collapses the currency eventually, and it maximizes control as long as it's done under proper timing. Experience has proven that the simplest method of securing a silent weapon and gaining control of the public is to keep the public undisciplined and ignorant of basic system principles on one hand, while weakening them, confused, disorganized, and distracted with matters of no real importance. And I feel like that's what they're doing right now, is they're distracting everyone because they're doing something else. This is just a distraction. It might be real and people might really be getting sick, but at the same time, they're using that opportunity to do other things that no one else is really noticing because they're too worried about what else is going on right now. This is achieved by disintegrating their minds, sabotaging their mental activities, and I would consider that being music, art, school, and providing a low-quality program of education. They engage in their emotions, number 2. Increasing their self-indulgence, which is happening. They're giving us checks and everyone's going to buy things, which is exactly what they want. They want that money to go back into the economy because everything gets recycled eventually. And if people buy things, the economy is doing good. So it's all a trick. Mental and emotional rapes by way of constant barrage of sex, violence, and wars in the media. There's constantly very violent stuff on the media. Sex, pretty females and the males doing their part. There's always seems to be something going on, even though does it really matter? I don't think it does. Everyone is who they are, and that's perfectly okay with me. Giving them what they desire in excess, like junk food, for thought, and depriving them of what they really need. So they're giving you everything you want, but they're also depriving you of what you really need. Think about that. Because I'm sure sitting on your phone all day doesn't really make you happy. You feel like you're dead inside and you're bored and it's like you lose yourself. But if you were out here, having fun and, going and seeing the world and doing all kinds of other, going outside in the woods, swimming in a waterfall, you'd be much happier. You would be much more at peace than you are sitting on your phone. And I feel like people have forgotten that, and that's exactly what they want, is for you to forget. They're depriving you of what you really need. And hopefully I can remind everyone. I hope that my videos one day go viral, because I want to make a difference. And I want you guys to share, because people need to open their eyes, and they're rewriting history and law and subjecting the public to deviant creation, thus being able to shift their thinking from personal needs to highly fabricated outside priorities. I think that's definitely true. Like I mentioned in my previous video before, we had this Tennessee history book, and in like 4th grade, and they don't even have that anymore. And like Preston said, they completely got rid of the Trail of Tears in all the history books. Who knows what else they've rewritten and gotten rid of, and all these children today aren't even learning. We remember, but they don't. And there's new history being made that they're going to be writing in this history book. It's all going to disappear one day. I feel like it's important to have a bunch of older books, keep track of books. You never know if they may try to get rid of all the books because it has information in them, So, hoard up on books. You never know. Books have the most information in them. The general rule is that there is profit in confusion. The more confusion, the more profit. And clearly, crazy confusion going on right now with the coronavirus. Everyone's at home, nobody knows what to do, lost their jobs, trying to apply for this, that, sick, trying to get better, worried, all kinds of things. Confusion, that's what they're creating. Then they're giving us this check, and they're curing all these people with probably this medicine that's going to come out soon, and they have all these other items that they're probably promoting right now, and they're going to make a lot of profit off this probably in the future. It's a delayed reaction, I'm assuming, is what this is. And the media they do this by diversion. The media, all you see on TV is the coronavirus. Every channel I go on, every YouTube video I see, every forum I go on, Google, it all has get information about the coronavirus and stuff on it, and this keeps the adult public attention diverted away from the real social issues and captivated by matters of no real importance. So once again, no real importance, that comes into key again. So that makes you really wonder about this whole ordeal, and I know some people will disagree with me there, but truly think about it. Schools keep the young public ignorant of real mathematics, real economics, real law, and real history, which is in capital letters, like I just explained about the books and the Trail of Tears. Entertainment, keep the public entertainment below 6th grade level. it's like the songs on the radio. I hate like the majority of the songs on the radio. They overplay them, and they're honestly not really as good. There's so many underground songs that I know that are 1,000 times better and should be played on the radio, but they're not being played. It's because they're under like 6th grade level, all these songs. A little kid can sing along with them. It's because they're easy songs that don't really make you think, you know? They're usually just love songs and stuff. You can actually look into that. They have YouTube videos about that actually explains about them keeping it below a certain level, and I wish they would change the radio system. I like Sirius Radio much better. They're 1,000 times better. Go Sirius Radio. Promote me, Sirius Radio. Keep the public busy with no time to think, back on the farm with other animals. So in other words, you work all the time. And if you work all the time and are worried about keeping your house and making money and stuff and food on your table, you're busy. You're busy and you don't have time to make a change, or you don't have time to think about this, and that's really bad. A silent weapon operates upon data obtained from a docile public by legal but not always lawful source. Much information is made available to the silent weapon system programmers through Internal Revenue Service. So the IRS is like the number one people that have the most information on you and that try to get the most information on you through tax forms and employers, and this is essentially slave labor. To them it looks like slave labor, and this all gives them numerical feedback, and then they can use that and manipulate it and collect tax and seize private property without compensation, and they can get the public right to surrender and consenting to enslavement and legal enrichment. So everyone, be careful. And there is one thing to remember, and this is the last thing I will say. It is essential to recognize that at this time, public consent is still essential key to the release of energy in the process of economic compliance, economic amplification. In other words, this means all this can still be changed. We can still change it as long as we come together, we the people, and fight truly for our freedom instead of letting all these other handful of people make all the decisions for us and us just follow them like little puppies, like dogs, essentially. It is the truth. 6,000 people, 6 billion people listen to handful of people. That's not a good thing. Why does your opinion not matter? You know, everyone's opinion matters and everyone should have a say. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, if you would like any topics that I can talk about, I will. Just put them in the comments. Give me suggestions. I can always use suggestions. I hope you guys have a great day. Like and subscribe. Thank you.